Gavin Mckenna, now rumored to be landed with Penn State, no longer considering Michigan State. What a world we're in.
So I love this because obviously Penn State hasn't had a player remotely close to anyone. They have never recruited a player, obviously, like this major, like as Gavin Mckenna, obviously, but like any really, like there've been very few guys come through there that have had that kind of like shine. What?
There's someone that's joining him this year.
Well, yes. So Jackson Smith was that guy. And then McKenna steps in, which again is completely different. I have heard, I don't have the number. I don't know the number. I heard the NIL package that Penn State offered to McKenna was legitimately, it's for hockey at least, was insane. Like they were blowing every other team out of the water.
You know what's even funnier? You're aware of who's funding a lot of the NIL for Penn State, right? Oh, weird. The guy that wants to hopefully land him next year in the draft.
They're picking first again. They're picking first again. The Sabres are going to suck.
You know, no one's said this yet that I've seen, but I'm sure this joke has already been made. But how funny is it that the Buffalo Sabres are now Terry Pegula's third favorite team?
Oh, my God. Whoops. That's brutal.
Why?
Dude, but so, yeah, it's going to be sick, dude. He's going to rip it up, obviously. But they've like Charlie Serrato's come back. He just lit it up with them last year. Jackson Smith coming in. He's going to be a ton of fun to watch play college hockey. And again, I said this last week. I think Penn State is going to be a great spot for Jackson Smith to like just refine his game. So he's not like forgetting that he's not a forward when he's on the ice.
The funnier joke than the Sabres stuff. Today on the sheet, Greg Wyshynski was on with Merrick, and his comment was that it's great that McKenna is going to be able to get ahead of acquainting himself with Western Pennsylvania. Because everyone just assumes he's going to Pittsburgh.
That's good. No way that's anything. Damn
it. It's crazy though. Like there's no number that's too much for a Penn State where they're at in their program trajectory to bring in Gavin Mckenna, because it's going to do so much for that university to forever have Penn State logo associated with first overall pick Gavin Mckenna. It's insane. Mm-hmm. They've got 33 commits for next year's roster when the max is 26. And a lot of them are coming from the CHL, and there's others that are rumored to still potentially be slotted there. Is Penn State way too focused on the short term and fucking themselves in the long term?
I mean, like, potentially, but you got to imagine a couple of these guys are end up being one and done. I just pulled up the other guys that are going to be there. Forgot Lev Katzen going to be there too. Luke Misa.
Porter Martone's been rumored.
Yeah, yeah, no, a lot of the
doesn't make the Sharks. He might end up there. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I think it was Cam Robinson was saying earlier today. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. But like, there's still a lot of the top guys that got drafted this year out of the OHL are still debating where they're going to play. Even like Sean Aitchison, they're not sure if he's going to go back to the OHL next year. Obviously, you just said Porter Martone. Like, there's a lot that's still up in the air, which is crazy. Yeah, but I forgot how many guys Penn State ended up pulling from junior. I'm going to count them up now. One, two, three. Oh my God. 4, 5, 6, 7. What are they? Jesus Christ. Half the fucking CHL is going to Penn State.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And so, one,
even a goalie.
Do you throw away any goodwill you have with prospects being like, well, I don't trust that you're going to honor me coming. That's more side thing, whatever. If you're a good program, people are going to want to come. I'm more wondering, are they like bringing in way too much random chaos, one and done guys that it's going to hurt their chances to actually contend? Like realistically, how many teams win the Natty that have a bunch of one and dones? It doesn't really happen. And right now they're at plus 500 to win the Natty. Next closest is plus 900.
That feels insane to me.
That's insane. There's no chance.
Yeah.
I will take bets if people want to be placing that. I will be the bookie for you and take your 5-1 money.
Yeah, I mean, I still think even like in similar type scenarios to this one, you're still gonna have your guys like Aiden Fink was a fucking 7th rounder for Nashville a couple years ago. I think I forget exactly what he torched last year. Like you're gonna still get those guys that are like on teams like Penn State, other teams that are bringing in a lot of top CHL talent anyways. So I don't think it'll like, and plus if you keep recruiting and keep throwing money, like you're going to be able to still recruit these one and dones that are going to be winning you like games anyway. So do
you think that if they don't make the Frozen Four, the money's enough to get the guys there? Or do you think the Frozen Four is what really solidified bringing in all these guys?
Maybe Penn State specifically is also just like the barn, like all the money they put into like all the facilities and stuff. It's
speaking
insane.
of Preds in the community,
there you go. Jesus. Well, all right. Didn't see that one coming, but I think like places like Penn State, like I know, has just put so much money into the hockey program over the last few years that it's a very attractive place for guys to go play. Either way, so I don't know.
Yeah. It is really interesting too to see how all this is going to evolve. What makes NCAA hockey unique compared to pretty much every other hockey league?
Well, outside of the schedule.
Outside of the schedule. Name another league for elite talents, like late teens and on, where you get to choose where you play.
Yeah, it's fucking
like. Are NHL teams going to hijack some of these college teams and basically say, you are my like training ground for my prospects. Like, here's 2 guys I drafted. You're going to play them together, make it work, and I'll make sure they go there.
Yeah.
Versus like what I believe as of now, the Gophers are going to be. Bob doesn't give 2 shits. If there's a good guy that fits, that makes sense, he'll grab him and bring him in. I don't think he's going to like push too hard on these CHL guys. Like we've seen him in the transfer portal. He grabs the guys that make sense, that fit in his lineup. He's not going to go out and try and turn over his whole roster to bring in marginally better players. You know, I'm just curious to see how that gap widens or how much that changes in the next like 3 years here as everyone sorts through now this like permanent landscape of transfer portal plus NIL plus CHL eligibility in college hockey. Like it's fascinating to me. I have no idea what to make of it, but it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Did you see the
This is just like such an outrageously stupid comment from Schmitty to go. Like, come on, dude. You can be mad at some of the stuff the Gophers do, but like the NIL thing is so blown out of proportion and the Gophers are going nowhere. They probably won't win a natty, to your point you made earlier. Like Gophers are here to make me suffer. But that also means they'll never be bad because I can't have expectations if they're not good.
I was looking for the article. It was they did the interview with the WHL commissioner, and basically all he did was just like lie and shit on college hockey like mercilessly, and then all of a sudden I just hear you go, "That's a stupid fuck." I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
It's not even directed at Schmitty because he's not the only one that says it. It's just like there's so many people that say like, "Oh, Bob's the problem," and they're not willing to spend NIL dollars. Like you understand that like outside of Penn State, really no one's using NIL the way that people think NIL is being used. It's just not true. Like there's so many rumors about like Iserman was getting bags thrown at him to go back to BU. Like, no, dude, he went there because he wanted to. Like, period. A lot of Gopher fans wanted to use that for a coping mechanism, which the reality was like, no, he wanted to go back there. But like, I do not think Bob is a problem. I think that's something that gets pretty overblown in the state of Minnesota. Like, to each their own. You can have your own opinion and you can dislike Bob. I don't know who I'd rather have coaching the Gophers. The NIL thing is going to be sorted out over time. The CHL stuff is going to be sorted out over time. Fine. And hey, Schmitty, to each their own. Fair if you're frustrated with Bob. I understand some of the criticisms. I do think some of them are overblown, though, personally. And I like a lot of what he does. But really, the only thing that I will agree with that fans have shit on Bob for is what he did for the end of the 23 national championship game.
Yeah, that was egregious.
Couldn't have done more of a shell prevent defense. They were up 2 goals in the championship game. That was a combination of coaching and just players like galaxy braining the whole situation. They should have won that game. And my dad, who knows very little about hockey, looked over at me. He's like, Gophers are going to fucking lose this, aren't they? I'm like, they sure fucking are. And that was when they were up 2-0. That I have no problem criticizing, but I think that a lot of what happened this year, I'm not going to lay at Bob's feet. I don't think the game that they lost to UMass is on Bob. But I understand if he's not your cup of tea. It's fair. This year's going to be interesting. I weirdly, and this is just like zero logic, this is all vibe and feel. The Gophers are going into the season probably ranked 4th at best in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
This is a year that they sneak through. And I'm not saying they're going to win a natty by any means, but like, this is a year that they're going to outperform what a lot of people expect because no one has that high of expectations with all the guys that they just lost. And I think they do still have a very strong roster. They're not going to have a Hobie contender probably, but it's a very balanced roster top to bottom. I got to see how the goaltending shakes out. But if the goaltending is solid, I think this is a team that no one else wants to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what, Z, would you say they're probably 4th going into the season as far as the Big Ten?
Big Ten
projections
probably.
Go?
Probably. I mean,
am I missing someone? Are they even 5? But again, it's weird having the Gophers be a dark horse. And I think it could potentially play in their favor.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Horror Docs who's above the Gophers in the Big Ten. For sure, Michigan State. For sure, Penn State. And probably Michigan. Now, is that where the season will finish? Who knows? But I think going into the season, that's probably where people are going to slot it.
Dude, they're fucking defensemen. Like the just how massive that back end is. It's Rombach, Maceo, Phillips. Like
Maceo's not going this year.
Oh, okay. I
made the mistake. We had Bob on a couple weeks ago, and I think that episode's dropping this week. But I said, I'm like, what's it like having 2 monsters like Rombach and Phillips coming in? He's like, well, Maceo's not coming this year. I'm like, damn it. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. I looked at college hockey news.
Above the Gophers. Yep.
College hockey news just has him going there, but whatever.
That's I thought I had seen that too, but if Bob says he's not coming, I guess I believe him. Schmitty to go. There is usually a lot of talent on his teams, but it doesn't feel like he can get them going when they go galaxy brain, as you say. Got to be able to motivate when they're in zombie mode. I think there's truth to that in some games, but I think there's a lot of games where people point at that and it's not on him. So I'll half agree. There's some validity to it, but I think it gets a little overblown and overstated, personally. But yeah, Gavin McKenna, sick.